Okay, hi everybody. This is Tracy Anderson. I'm a Gold Elite 2 from the Seattle, Washington area. Although currently I am in Marion, Illinois, visiting my son and actually my daughter who's here for her school break. So I've just been in a lot of different hotel rooms lately. So this isn't actually my artwork on the wall in back of me. It's a hotel in Marion. But anyway, this is our team Zoom for May 8th, 2018. And as you all know, if you've been paying attention, you know that the company just launched the new system they call L.I.F.E. Now, L.I.F.E is an acronym for list, invite, follow up, and enroll. All right, so you're going to be hearing this over and over and over again this month and the months to follow. This is kind of our new drumbeat for the company. This is what's going to make us all, doing the same things. It's going to be what's going to make us duplicatable. All right, it's going to be the system that we're going to train and drive through our teams, so everybody's doing the same thing, and all the tools and the trainings that the company gives us are going to back that up. Okay, it's going to make our life and our job so much easier. All right. So I'm just going to cover the fundamentals here. There's been a lot of trainings, in-depth trainings like at the conferences, and we've done some in-depth trainings on our Zooms over the last month or so, but there hasn't really been anything to just kind of tie it all together. So today I just want to cover the fundamentals of each of those topics and tie it all together so that we all kind of are on the same page and we're doing the same things, all right? So maybe when you enrolled, you asked the question, how do I work this business? How do I run this business? Or maybe you've enrolled people that have asked you that are new to this and don't know, how to work their business. How do we do this? Well, this is what you're going to teach them. All right. So you're going to teach them the L.I.F.E system. You're going to connect them to the app and the tools that are associated with it. So the whole objective of this L.I.F.E system is to really create a duplicatable daily activity system, all right? They've built the new L.I.F.E app all around this to make it very easy and efficient. And it's going to help us create habits, the simply daily habits and the steps we need to grow our businesses. And it's really not hard, you guys. It's just a matter of doing it. And we just have to commit to the process so it becomes habit and it becomes part of our daily life. It's just we don't even have to think about it. We're just going to be doing it. So the duplication piece is so important. So I'm going to request that you guys learn it, do it, teach it. All right. Learn it, do it, teach it. If we all are doing that, learning it, doing it, and teaching it, it's going to duplicate and it's just going to make, we'll just be all doing the same things. It's going to make our jobs and our businesses grow. So really write that down. Learn it, do it, teach it. Okay. So our job here, really, we've talked about this before, is to take people from not knowing about Modera's product and opportunity to knowing about Modera's product and opportunity, right? So, so we want to help people to figure out if our products and opportunity are a fit for them. That's all we're doing. We're not convincing anybody to do anything. We just want to introduce them to what we do and what we're about and what we have so that we can help them decide if we have something that's a fit for them. It's a process. But in order to do this and write this down, it requires finding people to talk to, right? You can't sell product and you can't get people on your team unless you talk to people, all right? We are in the conversation business. So in order to find people to talk to, we all have to create our list, all right? This is the fundamental building blocks of our business. All right, so we've had in-depth training on this already. I'm not going to go into any detail here about creating your list, but I am going to just tell you, what your list should look like, okay? Your list should be all the people you know and all the people you meet moving forward. It's a living, breathing thing. Can be continually growing, all right? We have to be creating our list and adding to it all the time. So when you're brand new, or maybe you think you haven't done this quite yet, you've been in for a while, you need to go through all your phone contacts, add them to your list, go through all your Facebook friends, add them to your list. Who are your neighbors? Who are your colleagues? Who did you go to school with? Casey Rogers did a great training on this a few weeks ago, and that's archived in our Everyday Clean Living page, so you can certainly find that again. And, don't be afraid to put people on your list, because this is the easiest part, all right? If you only have 10 people on your list, then it means that you're prejudging people. You're making decisions for them, and we don't do that. It's not our job to make decisions for people. And just the act of putting them on your list doesn't even mean you have to talk to them. You're just going to put them on your list for now, okay? So you should have a very big list. So once you've got your initial list, how do you find people that you can add to that list, all right? And this is where attraction marketing comes in too. There's a lot of training on Facebook about attraction marketing. People hold contests, they do curiosity posts. You can collect business cards like when you go to the salon or get your nails done. Think of other entrepreneurs and networkers that you know. Add people on Facebook and attend everything. If you get invited to go attend something or to go see something, go meet people, go out and have fun, all right? And get out of the house, go to happy hour, go sit and work at Starbucks for a couple hours, all right? So getting out and meeting people. So that's how we add people to our list. I'm going to give you a few tips. I already mentioned don't prejudge people. It's not our job to make decisions for people, all right? Remember, all we are doing is helping to take them from not knowing to knowing, and then helping them to see if it's a fit, okay? So the people on your list, when they're on your list, you should be relationship building with them, all right? So go through your list and start building relationships with the people on your list, all right? Ask questions with them when you're relationship building with them. Get to know them. By asking questions and truly listening to their answers, you'll start to figure out where they might be a fit, what products we have that might be a fit. Maybe the opportunity will be a fit for them. So that's key. Write that down to you guys. Ask questions and learn to listen to the answers, right? Don't be the one talking. You do the listening. So there's some great resources to further training on creating your list. Again, our team Zoom, we covered that a few weeks ago. You can search on Social Retail Live for building your list. Anna Woodward did a great training on it in Vancouver, and John Melton did a training on it in Orlando. So those are in Social Retail Live. You can search for those. And search One Voice too. So, just by doing a search in there, you can find those topics if you need help also, and reach out to your upline. So once you put people on your list, that doesn't mean they're in your funnel in your pipeline. So really the ultimate goal is to get people into your funnel or pipeline, because that's where we're going to nurture them and really take them through the process of getting to know who we are. All right. So just putting them on your list does not get them into your funnel. In order to put them into your funnel or your pipeline, we have to invite them to take a look at what we're doing. Okay. So that's where the invitation process comes in. So that's the I in life, all right? So we're going on to the next topic, which is invite. So what invite means, what it is that's when you're actually starting a conversation, during which time you might invite them to take a look and introduce them to who Modere is and what we have, okay? So that's the invitation process. It is Modere specific, okay? So once you've introduced them to Modere, they are now in your funnel, okay? And that's the ultimate goal, is to get people into your funnel. You want to get as many people into your funnel as possible, okay? The people that, these are the people that you're starting conversations with. The person that has the most people in their funnel wins, really, you guys. So get people, start conversations with them and get them into your funnel. Some people say that once they're in your funnel, you're now dating them, right? All right, so you're going to start, nurturing that relationship. They're kind of incubating in your funnel. You're planting that initial seed, all right? You're going to take them from not knowing to knowing while they're in that funnel once you started that conversation. So that's what the invitation process is all about. So how do you go about inviting? Okay, so starting that conversation, this is what really makes people get out of their comfort zone, and what actually, gets people, kind of has them freezing up sometimes. And so you just have to make yourself do it, and you're going to get better at it, and it's going to become easier and easier. So if you've been relationship building with the people in your list, you're going to already know what their needs are, what their pain points are. All right, so then it's going to be easy. We've got a document under files and Everyday Clean Living called the Conversation Starter. It's going to help you figure out how to start conversations with people if you need that help. All right, and you can start conversations with people on Messenger and a text message, via email, on the phone, or in a sit down. It could be, over coffee with somebody you've just met, or it could be with somebody you've known for, forever too. So that's how you're going to do it. You're also going to use tools. You're not going to be the one that's filling them in on everything about Modere and the products. You don't want to be that person. They say don't be the expert, okay? So use the tools like ad tagging and messaging people, all right? The ATMing. Use the L.I.F.E app that they've just created. So everyone should be downloading the L.I.F.E app and learning how to use that, going through the tutorials on that. There's your websites, there's catalogs, there's samples, there's your Share the Love referral code, all right? Those are all tools you can use when you're starting a conversation with somebody to help introduce them to what Modere is about. So here's a few tips about the invitation process, okay? Again, this is where you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. Remember that your contacts, the people that you know and care about, deserve to know about what we have here. We have the best products, clean, efficient, safe products. We've got a fantastic opportunity with the right timing. They deserve to know, right? This is where your posture is key. Make sure you've got the right posture. You're doing them a favor by introducing that to them. Remind us, make that your mantra before you're reaching out to somebody. That 20 seconds of courage. Remind yourself, these people deserve to know about what we have, all right? There's great resources for this as well. Again, our team Zoom, we covered the invitation process. Also, Jen Kennedy did a training on it in Vancouver, and Marina Simone did a training on it in Orlando. Kristen Bevins also made a post in Everyday Clean Living that had all the trainings from Orlando all listed in one post. So, with links. So that's a great resource too. So you can search Kristen and Everyday Clean Living, and it's going to pop up with all the trainings from that event. Okay, so now you've got all these people in your funnel, right? Which is the really exciting part, all right? And they're incubating, and you're dating them, all right? So this is where the follow-up part becomes so important, which is the F in life. So this is our next category, all right? So when you're following up with people, this is where you're going to hold their interest. You don't want to let people get cold, all right, in your funnel. You want to keep them interested. And how interested people are, and how often you reach out to them, that you have to use your intuition there. If you're not sure, reach out to your upline and ask them for help of what the next logical step is, because that's really what follow-up is about. It's what's the next logical step for this person, okay? It might be a three-way call. We're going to use the same tools we use in the invitation process. It could be a three-way call or a three-way chat. It could be the S-curve video. It could be any number of things. So use your upline to help you figure out the next logical step for the person that's in your funnel. This is, exposure to exposure is where it's at. You have to work them from exposure to exposure. It can take 5, 8, 12 exposures before somebody's finally ready to make a decision, right? So commit to the process. Know that you just have to go through that and keep it moving. You're going to be watering and nurturing the seed that you planted in the conversation, the invitation piece, okay? So it's an ongoing conversation. That's what this follow-up piece is all about. So how you do it, again, the same tools. The L.I.F.E app, you guys, is just going to be key. You can put notes in there into your contacts and track what you've already done with them. There's going to be campaigns in there that you can use. Also have stories. Collect stories that, like Bryn O'Neill had his story on stage this weekend. I had mine the previous weekend. There's so many stories that are out there. Write those down, or write a little sentence about their story, the key points of that, so that when you are talking to somebody and you think that there's a story that they might connect to, you can connect them with that person or send them a video of that story. Those are great tools too in the follow-up process. Again, those words that Janine talked about that she learned from Tony Zalecki. What needs to happen next? That's what you're going to tell them when you've already got them in your funnel and you're talking to them and you're having a conversation with them. You can just tell them, this is what needs to happen next. We need to introduce you to so-and-so. We need you to take a look at this process, or we might just need to enroll you, okay? So here's some tips for the follow-up process. Have a system, a notebook, index cards, an Excel spreadsheet, something that you're using to track so that you don't forget about the people that you've introduced, okay? And again, don't be an expert, use the tools. The resources that you have available, again, from the conferences. Janine did a training on this in Vancouver. Sarah Zalecki did a training on it in the Orlando conference this weekend. All kinds of training content out there, okay? The fourth step in this whole process is the enrolling process. All right, that's the part where, where you're going to actually harvest the seeds that you planted, all right? And then you're actually going to plant more seeds in that process, because you're going to then get connected to their network of people, all right? So we're not just taking their money in the enrollment process here, you guys. It's not just about signing somebody up and getting their credit card information. This is about locking arms with your new social marketer and teaching them the L.I.F.E system that we're going over right now, okay? We're also going to have the 10-3 system that we'll be teaching people on how to make $1,000 a month, and we're going to do a training on that later in the month, and we should be getting trainings on this also in the coming out from the company as well. I think Justin Prince is doing some tutorials on that, working on those. All right. So we're going to connect our new people to all the pages, the Zoom calls, and their upline. We're going to help them with their list, and we're going to, again, teach them to do the L.I.F.E system, and so it continues to duplicate. So you enroll people by just maybe telling them this is the next logical step. You're going to, learn to ask for the sale. When it comes to customers, you're also enrolling customers too. It's not just about social marketers. You want to ensure that your customers are having a good experience once you've enrolled them. So check in with them monthly, if not more. And really have your upline help you with this process too. Your upline might be the person that, gets on a three-way chat or a three-way call with your prospect and says the words, this is what needs to happen next, okay? Until you're confident in doing that. Some tips I have for you for this process: walk them through the process, the enrollment process, or take their information and input it for them, because people, they get overwhelmed, or they keep putting it off or whatever. So if you just kind of take their hand and walk them through it, or get their information, then it'll happen, and then you can start getting them into the training process. So you guys remember the duplication here. Once again, what you do duplicates. So learn it, do it, teach it, learn it, do it, teach it. Mark McDonald did training on this in Vancouver. So you can look that up on Social Retail Live. So I think it's really important that you have a system for doing this. And don't wait to start getting into this and making this part of your daily to-do list, okay? Because it's a time-consuming process, right? From the day you start to the day they might enroll. So if you want somebody to enroll next month, start today, right? Because it might be a month, it might be a year, it might be longer than that before they actually make a decision. So those you put in your funnel today are going to be your social marketers and your customers next month or next year, right? So don't postpone that process. So I'm going to make a suggestion of what you guys should be doing every day, all right? So when it comes to the list part, this is the L. All right, you might want to write this down too. For your list, you need to be adding people to your list every day. So challenge yourself. Go back, if you're active on Facebook, go back and look at your Facebook post and all the people that commented or liked that particular post. And if they're not already on your list, write them down. Right? If they are already on your list, maybe put a little asterisk by them. It's like, okay, they're engaged, right? Now might be a good time to reach out to them. So, you might be collecting business cards when you're getting your nails done, all right? And make sure that every day you're also relationship building and interacting with people on your Facebook page or the people in your life. It's not all social media. It's, reaching out with a phone call and going out and meeting people, all right? So build your list daily, right? For the invitation piece daily, we're really coaching the 2 a day. So take 2 people from your list every day and put them in your funnel, all right, by inviting them to take a look, okay? 2 people every day. So if you've been relationship building with people that are on your list, this should be easy to do, okay? Because it's easy to segue from a conversation into, gee, you mentioned to me the other day that you were, having trouble with your knee. You might want to take a look at this this product, okay? So 2 people a day. For the follow-up piece every day, you should also be following up with 2 people that are already in your funnel every day, okay? So if you're brand new or you're just getting restarted, you might not have 2 people in your funnel yet, all right, to do every day. So start working on that, and pretty soon you will have 2 people to follow up with every day. And then for the enrollment piece every day, look in your funnel to see who might be ready, right? There's a couple times of the month that are really easy times to start conversations with people about, maybe the next logical step is enrolling you. The 15th of the month, of course, because then everything that they do, it rolls over into the following month. That's a great time. We're approaching that in a week here. So now might even be a good time to say, let's think about getting you enrolled, this time next week, so that you have a couple extra weeks to, build up into a bonus or a rank advancement. Also, the first of the month is a great time too to get people enrolled, right? So, saying you've got the whole month ahead of you, let's go ahead and get you started now, right? And then also, if you've got new people on your team, this is part of the enrollment step too. You want to be coaching them, working with them, helping them with the life process too. All right. So I developed a weekly system. I kind of mentioned this on the call last week if you were on it. And I said, develop your own system for sure. But what I did is I've got my journal. So if you use a planner, a journal, a notebook, whatever, or just get a fresh piece of paper at the beginning of each week. And what I did is I just made, for L, I have 10 slots, and I took 10 people off my list that I have not talked to yet or started a conversation with, and I just put those 10 people on my list. I did this yesterday, okay? And throughout the week, I'm going to move these 10 people from this column to the next column, which is the invite column. All right, so I want to fill all 10 of these spaces with these people throughout this week, and that means I've invited them to take a look at Modere, all right, a product or the opportunity or something. Okay, and then I've got the F. I've got 10 spots there as well. So I'm going to look in my funnel and I'm going to see who I've already talked to that I want to follow up with, and I'm going to make sure I get at least 10 people on that list every week that I followed up with. And then I've got a spot for enroll too. I've got 3 spots on this one. So I'm hoping to put 3 people in this week, okay? That's my goal. So again, you might do your own thing when it comes to that, but I suggest that you set a goal for yourself at the beginning of each week, and you've got a system for keeping track of that. Okay, you guys, so that's my life training. Hopefully that was helpful for you. We also want to take care of our regular weekly business. We do have our shout outs and we have our recognition for the last week. So I do want to recognize our top 10 promoters for this week since the beginning of May. All right. So since the beginning of May, our number 1 top promoter is Mike Miller. I don't even know who Mike Miller is. So he's a quiet builder, a promoter. He's got a big customer base, you guys. I need to know who Mike is. I'll find him. Our number 2 promoter is Beck Marsh from Australia. Our number 3 top promoter is Ashley Roy. Number 4 is Jewel Hancock. Number 5 is Barb Mikowski. Yay, Barb. Number 6 is Paige Levitt. Number 7 is Paige Gertson. Number 8 is Brett Budge. Number 9 is Lisa McCrae, and number 10 is Christina Yan Lee. So congratulations to you guys. Amazing job, promoting the products and getting an awesome start into May. So we'll do this again next week. So see if you can get yourself on that list. And then once again, if you weren't on the call last week, we started something new where we're doing shout outs to people that are just kind of going the extra mile or getting out of their comfort zone and or just getting started. And we just really want to recognize the little things that you all do in your business that make a difference, that are going to help you grow and get better. So each of the Director 2s, again, nominated somebody for a shout out. And this week, I want to give a shout out to Karen Flowerty because she's always taking the initiative to learn and get better. And she's always willing to help others to develop their skills and belief as well, right? She doesn't just stop with herself. She'll help anybody from any team to get better and learn. So Janine gave a shout out to Barb Mikowski for her consistency and her incredible customer pod she's built, and for being incredibly positive and always looking for solutions. So we sure do appreciate that about you, Barb. Casey is giving out a shout out to Shiloh Smith from British Columbia. So Shiloh just celebrated her 1-year anniversary as a social marketer with Modere, but she spent the year taking advantage of the Live Clean mission for herself, but has recently made a massive shift and is fully engaged with the business opportunity. And she's always dedicated and showing up on team calls. So her attendance and participation has not gone unnoticed, all right? She also just ranked advanced to silver, which is huge. So good job, Shiloh. So Kristen's shout out is for Paige Gertson. We just mentioned with her big customer pod. She set great goals this month and put in the consistent effort to achieve them. So she's already achieved bronze this month, and it's her first time hitting bronze, and she did it by the 8th of the month. So that's incredible. Good job, Paige. So Ashley Roy gave a shout out to Chelsea Hunter for stepping out of her comfort zone and setting her business on fire this past month. She hit silver and senior consultant in her first month. So that's pretty cool. And she's always willing to learn and wants to try new things to help her business, even if it makes her uncomfortable. So that's great. Good job. Good job, Chelsea. So Kate nominated Kristen Gilchrist. So she joined months ago, but she didn't do anything with the business out of the gate. But she's now 5 and over Wellness Expo with Brett this week. And she gets in the trenches of showing others the different ways we can do this business. So good job, Terry Lee. So those are our shout outs and our recognition, you guys. I love this part. I'm going to post these on Everyday Clean Living page too. So I hope that life training helps. So just remember, learn it, do it, teach it. Let's get into a rhythm here with our life system. And next week, you guys on this call, we're going to do training on the app specifically. All right, so we'll learn more about the app, get in there, start experimenting with it and playing with it. I haven't looked at the chat here. Does anyone have questions? You're welcome to unmute yourself. I'll just take a look real quick. Yeah, congratulations, everybody. All right, you guys, we got that done in under 30 minutes. That's awesome, huh? Yay. So yeah, you guys, thanks for taking time to get on the call. I recorded it. Marianne's applauding. And so if you have team that didn't get on, you're welcome to share it with them once we get that posted on Everyday Clean Living. So let's all go out, get people on our list and start inviting them to take a look, okay? All right, awesome, you guys. We'll see you next week with Life App training. Get in there and do it. All right, bye, guys. Bye from Marianne. Bye. I'm just going through and reading the comments because I couldn't read them while I was training. Wow, good job. All right.